Good afternoon. We begin with breaking news. It involves former New Orleans DA and U.S. Attorney Eddie Jordan and an incident at criminal court this morning. Mike Pearlstein is outside the sheriff's office right now, and Eddie Jordan is no stranger to controversy, but this sounds really bizarre.
Yeah, this is not good for former U.S. Attorney Eddie Jordan. We just got confirmation from the sheriff's office that the former U.S. Attorney is the subject of a criminal investigation of handing contraband to an inmate inside of criminal court. Here's what we know so far. Eddie Jordan is representing a suspect. He was in Section F, where the suspect was brought in from jail. Eddie Jordan allegedly handed a packet of papers to this inmate, and the judge asked the deputies in the court to check that packet of papers. Something fell out. It appeared to be a bag containing narcotics. What we know right now, and this is a fast developing situation, is that Eddie Jordan left the criminal court, but the bag was then brought in for testing. They are suspecting that it is some form of drugs. Right now, they are going through that process before determining their next step, which could be an arrest warrant for Eddie Jordan for contraband. We do know that deputies swarmed the scene. They went to other sections of court where Eddie Jordan had appeared that day. But what we know right now is that it is an active investigation into former U.S. Attorney Eddie Jordan on a very serious criminal violation.
But right now, Mike, at this time, Jordan has not been arrested. He's not been arrested, but he could be in the future.
No. Well, so where things stand right now is that Eddie Jordan is not under arrest, nor is there a warrant for his arrest, but we know that the investigative arm of the sheriff's office is moving quickly to, number one, test the contents of this bag, which appear to be some form of narcotics. We do know that they have identified his client, the inmate who was brought in handcuffs from the prison for a court appearance that day, and as they put those pieces together, we may very well see a blockbuster arrest warrant for a former United States attorney, and as we all know, a former district attorney here in New Orleans. So very, very serious situation. We've tried to reach out to see where Eddie Jordan is, if he has contacted an attorney. No sign yet. He did leave the building. For a time when this bag was discovered, they were looking for Eddie Jordan to see if he was still either in the criminal court or nearby. He had left the premises, so presently there is no warrant to bring him in, but we'll be following this case very closely throughout the day. This is Mike Pearlstein live from the sheriff's office. Now back to you, Eric.
And Mike, before you go, you've got to assume the sheriff's office has at least some belief that this was a controlled substance or an illegal substance to make these kinds of allegations.
That's the initial impression. In fact, just moments ago, I spoke to the attorney for the sheriff's office, Blake Acuri, who said that while they are going to go through this testing, that the substance in the bag does appear to be narcotics. We know that contraband can come in many forms, from cell phones to cigarettes, but that the contents of this bag appear to be narcotics. They are going to test that to formalize what kind of arrest warrant may be produced in the near future.
All right, Mike will be on the story all day. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate that.